Hard of hearing refers to a condition where a person or people may not be able to hear properly. This condition is often associated to reducing or insufficient hearing ability. In a recent survey conducted in areas of Luwelo, Chanjejo and Bududa, it was revealed that hearing impairment increased during the 2 years lockdown period. According to the report, 42% of the people who are hard of hearing lost their jobs, while 97% did not get any support from government.
So we also realized that a proportion of 42% lost jobs due to COVID-19 pandemic. We also concluded that 97% of the total respondents did not get any kind of support from government.
And the biggest percentage of employees were being laid off. Amongst these, most of our members, the few who had jobs were laid off. And up to date, we don't know how they are coping.
The same report also indicates that students who have hearing challenges did not acquire education during the pandemic period, since most of the students were learning online without caption, and that students also couldn't understand sign language, as Mastula Naluwama, the executive director of the Uganda Federation of the Hard of Hearing, elaborates.
During the 2 years lockdown, hard of hearing learners have not been able to use the available options, because we had a new normal whereby we had a remote learning, people studying online. Most of our members complained about airtime and data, so they could not access the internet. And when we look at areas like Bududa, we moved to Chanjojo as well as Luwelo. Not everybody can access the internet.
Naluwama has now urged government to intervene to advocate to the hearing impaired, since they face a challenge of communication, especially during the age of wearing masks, since they rely on reading lips.
Our data findings indicated that 97% of people were not using the television to access information about COVID, and this was the major mode of communication. All the presidential information advices concerning COVID-19 was aired on television. What the government did, they provided sign language interpreters. However, the biggest percentage of persons who are hard of hearing, they don't know sign language. What they use is captioning.
Dr. Samson Masiga from the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Development says government should put emphasis on creating caption for deaf and hard of hearing people instead of relying on only sign language.
We need to come to terms and understand the feel on how many are these who are affected and need captions. But whether they are, whichever number they are, captions, not sign language, is the way to go.
Some of the challenges hard of hearing people face include being misunderstood because they can talk and even study without anybody's help, although through difficulty. Doubting that hard of hearing people have a disability since they can reason and even talk to somebody on phone. Lack of affordable hearing aid gadget, among others. Sarah Nakandi for CTV PM Edition.